Try. Is it focus? Yep, you were focused. I had it set up before you got here.
Did you? That's how R. Kelly got in trouble. he was sitting there setting it up.
Okay.
So,
hello everyone. It's time to talk our shit. Everybody tune in. I'm already start because some of y'all come in late. Watch when you get a chance. I have a guest here. His name is Taigi, one of my friends. He's here to give a male perspective on why women are single. Okay, I do have questions here, but first we're going to start with the wine of the week. Okay, we have orange muscat from Cooper's Hawk, as usual, the winery I go to. It's a sweet, I don't even have to use this. It's a sweet white wine.
So they got the twist off.
Yeah, they got the twist off. They do have some twist off. Taigi is drinking Jack Daniels, okay, and Coke. Make sure he had his drink ready for him.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay, I want to give a special shout out. I have some great news to my sis, Nina Brown. She has this thing where businesses in Milwaukee go and mentor and help other people beginning in their careers to start off. She tagged me in a post, a comment with somebody, and now I'm getting my own podcast in the studio.
Okay, let me help with that. So Nina Brown has the melting pot.
Yes.
It's a business networking, business and system protocol, that type of thing, where they get minority businesses together to basically help them along to get them to the next spot. She tagged Kiana in a post, got her together with somebody that can actually get her in the studio, better setup, everything's good. So absolutely reach out to Nina if you're starting a business or if you have a business and you need help, either promoting it or moving it to the next step. Nina Brown, Melting Pot, and her boo Myron Brown, or fiance Myron Brown, they can help you out.
A blessing. I didn't even ask for it. It's not what you know, it's who you know. When people in your life, true real friends. I appreciate that, sis. Love you. Okay, let's get to it. Taigi, you are one of my followers and one of my opinionated.
I'm the king shit talker. Okay, so I mess with Kiana and her friends a lot because they post a lot of the stuff on Facebook about relationships, and it's goofy, in my opinion. So I push back. I give her a hard time. We start debates. We argue. I win all the time.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
She gives up. She gives up. I win. So I was like, you know what? I have sisters and I have little cousins and I have a lot of females in my life. I'm sorry, I would say females. A lot of women in my life. They may be single or looking for relationships, and they go by a lot of that stuff and they wonder why they still single. So I reached out to Kiana and I was like, get with your friends, give me some questions, some stuff y'all want to ask. I'll do my best to answer it. I don't know it all, but I'll try. Okay?
Okay, so I need you to set your phone up because I can't see from here the comments. Okay?
We'll put it
right there on your bottle.
On the bottle. There you go.
Okay. When the comments come up, because I don't see their comments, I see them. Okay, there we go. Nina, Erica, I see y'all. If y'all have any questions or comments, come through. He will answer. I will answer. Male perspective, female perspective, and we're gonna go from there. Okay?
I'll be right. Just saying.
Right. Here we go. Okay. So me and my friends went to brunch and I had them write down a few questions, and y'all can also have questions. Do men really know when they're found? Wait, what is this? Men really know when they're found. Do men really know when they found the one?
And if so, how do you know?
How do you know?
Okay, women, you're not gonna like the answer. Okay, so you want me to say, oh, when I saw her walking down the street and she smiled, I saw, you know, it was firecrackers, it was starburst, you know, the rainbow, you know, I heard angels. Nah, that's not how that happens.
Okay.
So usually for men, I'll say older men who've, you know, kind of been through things, it's that you, it's math.
So there's no such thing as love at first sight.
Love at first sight is for people. Love at first sight does exist. Love at first sight is for people who they meet each other and they're both very lonely and very horny. That's love at first sight. Okay? So for you okay?
Go ahead.
So to answer the question,
I see you, sister.
it's actually math. So you know, we're talking about bro earlier, you know what I mean? And I was saying that you know, women, they don't necessarily look at him and go, they don't have any game about it, and they go, let me see where I can fit in his life, where I can make things easier, where I can, you know, kind of help him to the next step. So a lot of guys, we generally we do a math equation. You know, we go, how cute, pretty is she? What type of maybe shape is she in? Depending on what shape you like, you know, regardless of what that is. And we go,
you know, I disagree with all.
No, of course, but you're not a man.
Exactly.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I talk to men all the time. You know, we actually have conversations about it. And then you go, you know, how does she fit in my life? Is she peaceful? You know, can she cook? Does she clean? Like, believe it or not, the things that we don't say is what type of purse does she have? We don't give a fuck. We don't say what type of shoes does she have. We don't give a fuck. Most of the time, especially for the type of men you want, we don't say what type of job does she have, what type of money does she make. We don't care.
Ladies, I'm sick of him already.
You're welcome.
Okay,
so what do you disagree with?
I disagree with the looks and everything.
Looks count.
Looks is not. Some people, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I have witnessed this.
Okay.
Some people that don't look as attractive as y'all want them to look have some of the best husbands.
You know why? Those women have game. Those women suck dick and make burritos without being asked. No, facts. Like,
wait, so sucking dick
and making burritos, that counts. That's game. Look, ladies, game actually counts. Believe it or not, if you have a child, right, your child being well behaved, and smart and nice and well taken care of, that's game.
Webby. My thing is, okay, sex is, I say, 80% of the relationship.
I don't think it's that much.
Really?
No.
What percentage of sex makes a decent relationship?
It's much lower than you think, and it all depends on the couple.
But you said sucking dick and burritos.
And making burritos. Absolutely.
So
no, everybody don't like it. Everybody don't. It's more about doing something for the dude that you know, for him that he enjoys, that he may like. It's game. It's game. Like the same way we roll up on a woman and we tell you all the shit that you want to hear to get you in the pocket. If you want a man, if you want a husband, you got to do some shit to get him in the pocket. You can't just go, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Finish what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
For a man to keep a woman, he has to, you know the phrase, for a man to keep her, you have to keep doing what you did to get her.
Yeah. Keep
right?
doing what you did to get her.
Right? So
that's our relationships, period.
Exactly. So for a woman
But that's where y'all fall off.
Okay, hold on. We're talking about men now. For a woman to keep a man, you have to
do what you did to get her.
Wrong. So here's the
No,
thing.
it ain't.
It's wrong.
How is wrong and y'all expect us to do? Okay, explain to me.
This is why it's wrong. You have to do more than what you did to get him to keep him. Most women, in order to get a man, you didn't do anything but stand there, be pretty, and have a pussy. That's what 90% of you did.
That is so not true.
Okay. Let's do this. So, has there ever been a man that you wanted who wasn't necessarily interested in you when you met him, and you bagged him, and you got him? He was not. He didn't just fuck. He was your man.
Yes.
How'd you do it?
Conversation, talk, dinners. I didn't lead with my pussy. I don't never. You know
So you say you had some game. You did more than just stand there and be pretty. So
I have more than my looks though going on.
Okay, so you did more than the 10%. You did more than the 90%.
Right.
You did the 10%.
Now don't get me wrong.
So we're speaking in generalities. Right. And generally, women leave with their pussy. They stand there and they look pretty. You know, they get smashed, and then they be like, I don't know why he's not doing the stuff he because all you doing is it's just like it's just like if you know, Christmas comes around and he say, what am I getting for a gift? And you say some pussy. You've been getting that the whole time.
Men are easy to get.
No, men are easy to fuck. They're not easy to keep. Who put that?
Because he trying to be funny. Because I say we women, we choose to be single. I'm single because I choose to be single. I'm picky about what I'm looking for in my life.
Let's do that. Let's get into that.
Okay.
So you made a post. And you said my standards. Right?
Correct.
And I responded, I said, are they standards? Or is it a wish list?
I don't care if it's standards or a wish list. You have to meet them.
It matters.
Why does it matter? I know what I've been through. I know what I want.
I get it, but you can want what you want, but you have to buy what you can afford.
I can afford it all. I'm worth it.
So, okay. Let's separate something.
Okay.
There's a difference between self-worth and your worth on the dating marketplace. Okay?
Where's all my females at? Because y'all not finna gang on me on here.
So, look.
I'm not wishing like that. Shut up. Shut up, Webby.
There's a dating marketplace, and there's just your worth as a human being. You might be dope as fuck as just a person, right? But if you're going out in the marketplace and you're going after a certain standard, which is usually hood Jesus, then you got to realize that like that standard is he normally has so many options that he's not going to pick anything if ever, because why pick if they keep coming through the door? Why pick?
Right? That's my thing.
Okay, so here's my thing.
Nobody wants to be with one person right now.
Nope, that's not true. Because I'm in a relationship. I've been for a while. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 daughters, whole family. Here's the thing. I'm short, chubby, bald. Right? Right? And I know that if I was to bump into my dream lady, Bria Miles, that she'll talk to me. Maybe. She'll be cordial, maybe. But is she going to date me? Nah. She's 4 inches shorter and taller than me.
Somebody say I'm just listening. I don't have the energy to debate.
Because she don't want no parts.
It's as much of an asshole he is making sense. That's why we listening.
That's the thing. And I'm not trying to be an asshole about it. I'm trying to be direct. Because
talk your shit. Be honest.
Men have been lying to y'all for your whole... No, that's not true. Not for your whole life. From the time you got titties and hips. They've been lying because they want to fuck. Right? So they'll tell you whatever they need to tell you to get you to that point.
They tell you what you want to hear.
They tell you what you want to hear. And then y'all keep, bumping into these dudes who are very smooth, who know what to say. Even the square ones. I'm square as fuck. And anyway, like you bump into all these cats. You know what I'm saying? They tell you what you need to hear. They do what you want them to do, because most of y'all telling yourselves in the first couple of conversations.
Yeah.
You tell the man exactly what he needs to do to bag you.
Yeah.
He does that shit and then he bounces and you sitting there wondering what happened. Number one, you chose bad. Number two, you got goofy standards waiting on Hood Jesus, and he got a whole line of other women. You know, so I always joke and say, if you're looking for there's a difference between a fuck buddy, a boyfriend, and a husband, right? Husbands and boyfriends are completely different than your fuck buddy. Y'all trying to wife the hoes. Y'all trying to wife the fuck buddies. And then you call it your standards because he tall, pretty, got a lot of money, swag, yada, yada, yada. Be shallow as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Everything ain't about money.
They all say that, but then they go ambition. Like, now, I can't debate you directly because you didn't tell me what your standards was.
Exactly.
She wouldn't tell me what her standards was, which tells me that she's looking for Hood Jesus. Now,
I am not looking for Hood Jesus.
Now here's the funny part about Hood Jesus, right? Hood Jesus is my brother.
True.
No. Real talk. Mm-hmm. Hood Jesus is my brother. He's actually my cousin. My mother raised him. He grew up in my house, right? This dude he's tall. He played D1 basketball. Whole lot of swag, millions of dollars. Women love him, right? And he has no problem getting women. The problem comes from, so for example, everybody says they want an ambitious dude. They want a dude who's getting money, doing this thing or whatever. But he has a hard time, what they say?
Josh just said Jesus Lamar Christ.
Hey, Lamar's my middle name. Thank you. They diss the good man for the not shit dude. Yeah, they chasing the shiny balls, you know. And so here's the thing. I'm speaking in generalities. I'm speaking just from a male perspective. You know what I'm saying? So if as a woman, a lot of women say, I choose to be single because nobody meets my standard. Right? Standard be 20, 30 items long. You're never going to find that. You're not. Then they go, I'm not going to settle. You're not going to settle on 20 items? You're not going to settle on 30 items? Really? You know?
That's not even that serious.
No, I'm just saying. But then, if you think about it like this. If my boo had that same thought process, that same mentality, then she and I wouldn't be together. A lot of women don't say, you know what, I'm going out tonight, I'm going to find me a short, plump dude with no hair, I'm going to fuck the shit out of him. Girl, oh, he's so short, he don't have no hair, oh. Right?
You're right. I ain't even going to argue with you. You're right.
Okay, so, but what she would have missed out on is having an actual man, you know, in her life, in her daughter's life, you know, in my daughter, you know, so she would have missed out on all of that, right?
Right.
And so, because of all these standards, you know, that people have, it's they be sitting there, why am I alone? And then you go, well, why do you want item 22? Why is that on there? Why do you want item 22? And then when you drill down on it, it's because it would make me feel good to be on Instagram with item 22.
But some people's standards are not that high.
That's true. But here's the thing. Okay.
Some things we just, because as a woman, let's go to me. Like I said, I don't speak on nobody else's relationship. I speak on what I went through.
You got paper towel?
Yes. Hold on. I'll be back, yeah. I speak on what I went through. And I refuse to go through that. I learned.
Right.
From my mistakes. It's lessons. Okay?
Yep.
So my standard list is not that long.
So give me one of them.
One of them. Joy.
Joy?
You have to bring happiness into my life. This year for me has been the happiest I ever been.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Before then I was miserable.
Okay.
Okay? I don't want you to bring any conflict into what I have going on.
Okay.
That's one of the things that I have. Another one is...
Hold on. Let's speak on that.
Okay.
So you say he has to bring joy into your life. That's bullshit. It's nobody else's job to make you happy.
I'm happy myself, but don't come bringing conflict.
That's different than what you said, though. You said bring in joy.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm already
don't
happy.
kill my vibe. How about that?
Okay, don't kill my vibe. You already have to have your life together.
So think about this. If I was a guy and
I rephrased that. My bad. I phrased that wrong.
If I was a guy and we sitting here talking and especially if I've done a bunch of work on myself, mentally, emotionally, that type of thing, and I hear a woman say, I want you to bring joy into my life, I'm leaving. Because I'm like, I am not here to make you happy.
I made a post. You supposed to make yourself happy. I made that post.
But a lot of women don't. Okay, let's speak in generalities.
But like I said, I'm already happy.
Right, that's you. Let's speak in generalities. Okay? So, a lot of women has been through a bunch of shit. You got a lot of stuff going on, right? And then you meet some guy and you want him to help you, to fix, like a lot of the, you're bored. Like that's...
Nobody can fix you.
Like, but that's not what we bump into out here. You bump into a bunch of bored and lonely, sad women. You know, they've made a bunch of decisions where they put themselves in positions where they're not happy. And then you want me to come in and fix that. You know? And it's like...
That's definitely not going to work.
Right, exactly. So, but then I'm the asshole when I say I'm not going to fix that. I'm not going to stick around. Like, you know how many women, when I was actively dating, like I was single, I think 7 years, 8 years, something like that, from when I got divorced to when I got single, you know, to when I got another relationship. And I would meet women who just had horrible experiences with men, and they didn't do anything to get themselves together. Like Webby's on the post, he know. I was going to therapy, I was working out, I was picking up hobbies, I was doing all kind of stuff to get my shit together.
Two-way street.
Yeah,
you're right.
But
it's a two-way street.
I kept bumping into women who didn't do any of that, and then it's like, it's for example, what it felt like emotionally is, I walk in and she's eating a bowl of ramen noodles, the 10-cent pack. She ain't had no chicken. She ain't had no vegetables. Not even no hot sauce. The 10-cent pack of ramen noodles. And then I walk in the room and she like, I want filet mignon. And you're going to give me that or I'm not going to fuck with you. That's what dating is like for a lot of men. Right. This is what we bump into. Now, from a woman's perspective, you all get a lot of that bullshit too.
We do. Let me tell you from a woman's perspective, we get a lot of niggas that trying to live off us because they see we living good.
Oh, you think I didn't get that?
I'm just saying, trying to use you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to take advantage of you.
Right.
Lying about what they have to get to a status.
Because we know that y'all like that. But go ahead. So,
wait.
Men lie because it works. Have you ever heard the phrase?
Why lead with money?
Because it works.
Why lead with it?
It works.
But if that's not what you looking for a woman to have you for your money,
most of these dudes,
why lead with that?
Most of these dudes are looking to smash, and then and those be the ones that y'all actually handle the way you should, trying to get in a relationship, and they be like, damn, I want to stay, and now I don't got no money. That's how that works out a lot of times. But have you ever heard the phrase, women fall in love with their ears, men fall in love with their eyes? That's why women wear makeup and men tell lies. Because they both work.
I never heard that.
Yeah, because it's all bullshit.
Never.
It all works.
Never in life heard that.
Do it make sense?
I never heard it. I never heard it.
But it makes sense, right?
Whatever. I'm just saying.
So, but that's the thing though, like y'all run into a bunch of men who think about it like this. I made a post years ago. I was like, if I meet a woman who has weave, mink eyelashes, face full of makeup, right? She done contoured the shit. She wiped her face away, contoured the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Then she got on a rocket bra, the one that put it in your face, and then a fucking waist trainer, and some Spanx, and then some high heels.
All of it.
I should be allowed to tell her I'm an astronaut. all lies. None of that is true.
We don't do that for y'all.
Oh, that's the biggest lie. Oh
we
my God.
don't do that for y'all. We do that for ourselves.
So, no,
we
you
not.
don't. No,
Yes,
you don't.
we do.
Okay. Who is the main buyer for the products of a woman? Who's the main buyer? Men.
Josh, I'm disqualified. Enjoy you for their own, enjoyment. Yup.
What you say? Move.
What did I say? Let's see. That was Webby. But I forgot where it went. Yeah. But
Let me see. But yeah.
so you feel like because
y'all do all that, I'm an astronaut. Or in the NBA. Cause it's like that movie, I'm Gonna Get You Sucking. Right?
Okay. I know the movie.
Okay. She took off everything and her leg. Now here's the funniest part about that.
I can't see the comments.
Here's
Okay,
the
there you go.
Now, every man has been out and you meet a chick with a nice shape and you hug her and you feel the waist trainer. We done already decided we fucking whatever busted biscuits come out that can. We've made that decision. But it's still, like, come on now.
Okay. Some of us women do have insecurities because y'all put a standard out there.
Oh, we can talk about that. So men put the standard out there on y'all.
Sometimes y'all do put a standard out there of this is what you want. But in the mindset of the woman that you want, don't fit the image that you're looking for.
So this is the prime example of all the confusion in the dating market. This is why shit's so fucked up. All we want is a chick who's pretty on a Tuesday morning coughing. That's all we want. If you wake up on a Tuesday morning, she's still cute when she coughing. Like, oh, that's really what you want. Yeah, it's cool that she can pull herself together on a Friday night. But any of my bros out there that's actually watching, I've always said, I like a woman that's cute on Tuesday and who's a bit lonely. But no, like, and it's like a lot of stuff that y'all see as the standard. Most men do not like weave, don't like it.
But that's who y'all go for.
Because it's there. It's the shiny object right there. But most men don't like weave.
Come on, let's go back. Let's go back.
Now,
how many men out here with a woman that don't wear weave or wig?
Me.
At all.
Me.
One.
No.
One. I know my bro. Ain't gonna say no. He say that shit all the time. But every female that he get with, well, weave or wig, and a face full of makeup.
Because every female out there has weave and a face full of makeup. He's fucking what's available to him. Now, we talk.
But that's what you don't want.
Right, but it's there.
That's what's confusing to us.
Because believe it or not, like I would look at a lot of women when I was dating and I was seeing, and I'd be like, I see the weave, I see the makeup, I see it. And I would literally go, ugh, that looks like a lot of work. You know, I would literally just, there you go, cuff. His girl don't wear one.
Two.
See, wait, and she said she can't tell mine get pulled. I don't know what she's saying. But, like that's what's available because the vast majority of women think that men care about a whole lot of shit that we don't. Like I was saying earlier, we don't care about a purse. We don't care about your shoes. We don't care about the weave or the make. All we care about is that you're cute on Tuesday.
I heard that.
You know,
a guy I was talking to, he said, I was like, I got my nails done. You know, he was like,
Why?
we really don't care about that.
Don't care about your nails.
He said that.
Yep. Do your hands look like this? If your hands look like this, we got a problem. Right?
Mine do.
Yeah. You know,
simple fact is because I do a lot.
Well, yeah, like your feet can't look like my feet.
Oh, my feet definitely don't look
your
like.
hand, although I get pedicures, but my.
All y'all do.
You got to.
Y'all some bougie niggas, okay?
But it's a lot of stuff that y'all think we care about that we don't, and then And now, let's be real. A lot of it is because when you go out, you might look around and you see the type of guy that you like. Whatever hood Jesus paradigm you got in your head, that's the guy I like, right? And then he's looking at the shiny chick. What you don't realize, the reason that he's looking at that shiny ball is because he don't give a fuck about her. He's literally going to say what he needs to say to fuck and then move on. You know what I'm saying? So you got to decide, like what you want to be and how you present yourself. Me personally, I like women with natural hair, with locks, that type of thing.
Coming back to what I said in the beginning, we don't do this for y'all. Let's get this straight. I wear a wig because my natural hair curls up as soon as some water hit it. Now, I had it down for one day.
Right.
I went and got it done to get my ends clipped.
Okay.
And I put a wig back on top because that shit curled up.
Right.
I do that shit for me because I can't maintain it.
Okay, here's a question for you. If you found out that was limiting your options with finding if you found out the type of guy that you wanted strictly went after women with natural hair, would you keep wearing a wig?
Yes. Because it's not for him.
No, you mean, okay.
It's not for him.
You said
it's for me.
Right.
I'm not comfortable with my natural hair.
Okay, so that disqualifies you from that type of guy then. But like I said, if this is the type of guy that you wanted, if you're interested, say for example, you moved out of my all the single ladies mode, right? and you were like, I want a man, okay? And then you met a guy who you like, who was hood Jesus, right? He met your standard. And
that's why them standards be high as hell.
Cause like you gotta realize all the goofy shit we've heard like this whole time. Now, and the funniest part, you hear about all these standards, and then you find out who they actually fucking.
That's true.
So, and that's one reason we treat you the way we do is because.
But you can't treat everybody like that, though.
Because we hear what you say, but then we see what the vast majority of you do, and so we act we act based on how you act, and not based on what you say.
But the thing about that,
in general.
Y'all, okay, I had somebody say on somebody post, I think it was Cuffs, don't stop acting like niggas.
Yes.
Okay? I agree with that to some point.
To what point?
To the point of a woman like me who's been through it, who understands now with y'all as friends how it works.
Explain that.
Explaining to be as if now my mentality is different.
How so?
It comes to I pay attention to everything around me. I pay attention to what y'all say. Y'all think I don't listen, but I do. Which makes me move differently. Okay,
let me ask a quick question. Are the type of guys that you're around now, in general, not anybody in specific, but just the attributes that you see in these guys, are those the type of guys that you want to be with?
No.
Then why are you adjusting how you act based on the type of guys you don't want to be with?
Because half the time y'all speak the truth. I would never date any of you.
No, I'm not saying that. I said
but at the same time, you teach me on what I should date.
Okay. So based on that.
Even though, not you, but even though some of them are the ultimate dirtbags, they always let me know.
Well, what you get to see, like, okay, hanging around with us.
Yes.
You seeing actual men. And you get to see it in a bunch of different, in a bunch of different ways, right? From what is it?
I can't stand Webby.
No, I'm just saying that to say, like you even though some of the dudes are dirtbag, they're still credible because they are who they are genuinely.
Yes. Okay. They're real people.
Right. They're real, but a lot of what you meet and a lot of what you see are dudes bullshitting because they trying to fuck. Or because they want to fuck your friends, so they want to act a certain way in front of you. You feel me? So that's what you've been seeing. So now what you're seeing is a bunch of men authentically being themselves. Okay?
Okay.
And believe it or not, a lot of that is what, it's changed your standard.
It has. And that's why I say I have a standard.
Right. It's changed your standard. You eventually tell me what it is. I know you don't want to.
It's not that hard. It's simple.
No. I don't.
I'm not asking for a bunch of money. I'm not asking for none of that.
Right. But if it's
just
simple,
like y'all want peace, I want peace also. Mm-hmm. You want me to be your peace, I need you to be mine also.
I'm gonna act like Future, but no, like everybody always.
We can build together if we don't have it.
Well, yeah, but so, and if that's what you're looking for, then it should be actually much easier for you to find.
But again, the people I'm around.
That was gonna be my next thing. So, and this is why I tell all the women in my life, if they're looking for a dude, say get yourself together, don't go too far, because you don't want to intimidate anybody.
That's why I say between relationships, always have that grace period.
Yep, get yourself.
Explore yourself.
I'm talking about, and I ain't talking about diddling yourself, but I'm talking about get yourself together, figure out what that type of dude wants, figure out where he is, go there. Mm-hmm. Hang out there. Because if you're hanging out around a bunch of dudes who may be too rough for you, and who you absolutely wouldn't date, and now you decide you want somebody, then you got to move around and go to a place where them guys are. Mm-hmm. That's simple. That's
and
simple.
I agree with you. I have changed my surroundings now.
Because even for me, like, I like natural women. I like the Erykah Badu type, that type of thing.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I like a certain type of woman, and so I used to hang around in those spaces.
I'm gonna be that headache. Sean, get off my post.
And I like how we talking. But no, so I would be in those spaces. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's not. Even though I like that type, or I may have a type. That wasn't to say that was all I dated or that type of thing. But,
you have to date.
Yeah, but I knew what I liked and what I wanted. So you make sure to be in those spaces, right? And so, my boo, she has locks, down her shoulders, that type of thing. And she's not a pure Erykah Badu. She's kind of a boss, but that's a whole other conversation.
Okay, so let's get back to the question. Okay. Do men have a period in their life when they're actually monogamous? Now, you in a relationship.
Yep.
So, let's start from before, because you can't really speak now.
Well, yes, I can. I can speak to it. So, the answer to this is both yes and no, and it's up to the woman. Okay? Women don't like to hear this because generally what you want is you go after a dude who has a lot of options, and then you expect him to not be exercising them options until you show up. And then when he sees you, you go, oh, it's you. Hey, how you doing? Now I'm just going to fuck around with you. That's not how it happens. So, you meet... Go ahead.
I have a question. Mm-hmm. I got school.
Yep, go ahead.
I have manners. To women, again,
yep,
we think differently.
Of course. And
it's the way y'all word things to us.
Yeah.
You have to say what you mean and mean what you say. You actually have to say it.
But then y'all just go, well, what do you mean?
You kind of try to spare our feelings.
Yeah.
Without telling us the truth directly.
Yeah, and that happens.
And that's where shit go left.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Right. So, let's get back to the monogamy thing, then I'll get into that. Okay. So whether or not a dude is monogamous in a relationship has to do with whether or not he's okay losing you or losing the situation. That's bar none. So, like, if he gets with you and he can take you or leave you, you just kind of there for his convenience, or he don't like you no more. It's a lot of times where men, you love the woman, but you don't like her. You know what I'm saying? You don't like you no more. If you go, it may hurt a little bit, but he's, for the most part, okay with that. And a lot of women don't realize that. It also depends, honestly, like, if you got a dude, and this is your man, and you fucking him once a month, and you expecting him to not look at other women, or especially if he is a guy with options, that's on you. That's on you. Like, it's not right. It's not fair. He's not a 15-year-old that should be beating his dick in the shower. It's on you.
We do listen, Cuffy. We do.
So that's for the monogamy piece. What was the other part?
The other part is mean what you say.
Yeah. So
be direct. I'm a big thing now on communication. Right. I didn't have that before.
Right, and being direct. So my sister posted something the other day, and she was saying that it was like a text string between a man and a woman. They were talking about the she basically said, "What are we? You know, we've been fucking for 6 months. I've been cooking for you, cleaning for you, doing your laundry, but we haven't said what we were." You know, and so it's a long text string where he basically said, "Well, look, I told you in the beginning that I didn't want a relationship, and you did all these things. You know, we never
try to change. I had that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and the question was, who's right and who's wrong? My answer was, they're both right and they're both wrong. You know,
elaborate.
He was right in saying what he wanted and what he was into from the beginning. Mm-hmm. He was wrong for letting her do everything she did for as long as she did. Okay?
Because he wanted that.
Right. She was wrong in trying to change a man's mind who said he didn't want what she wanted, but she was right in the game that she put into the dude. It's like when I joked about sucking dick and making burritos. Like, a lot of women did that and they said, well, it don't work. Well, you did it for a dude who don't like burritos.
Right.
You should have been making turkey sandwiches. Or you should have been doing it for the dude across the street. Or, you know, you meet a guy and he has two of his friends with him, and you go for the one who has a certain look instead of his friend next to him. You should have went for the friend next to him, but one is the shiny ball. Yeah, that's what you go for.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I've been told a lot, like even by some of my friends, y'all, that you can't change a man especially when he say, but what if he say, I don't want a girlfriend right now, then pop up with one. That right, I said this before, that right now,
yeah, that's
all we heard.
Yeah, I can explain that.
Please do.
So when a man okay, I can explain that. When a man says, I don't want a girlfriend right now, that means that you've entered the tournament. Okay? What that means is that he's changing his headspace and he's going down the route of, I'm going to go from, say, being a player to having a girlfriend, right? And I'm auditioning for a girlfriend right now. When you hear right now, that's an audition. You have to decide right then and there if you want to audition, if you want to enter the 16-team tournament to see if you be the champion at the end. That's what that is. So when he says, I don't want a girlfriend right now.
But then pop up with one.
Then pop up.
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, that's somebody who's been in the tournament. She's in the kumite. She's been chopping bitches' heads off. She's been doing her thing. And he said, this is my boo. This is the one that I choose out of all the other ones I've been dating.
But instead of you just being like, I don't want you as my girlfriend.
That's not what he's saying. What he's saying, I don't want a girlfriend right now. He's saying, I am inviting you into the girlfriend tournament.
It's games.
Feel free.
Games.
No, it's not games.
That's that's a whole game. No, a tournament is what?
It's absolutely a game, but what it is nobody's explaining the game to you. So here's the thing. Women seem to think that men sit around and we discuss ways.
More to come back.
Women seem to think that men sit around and we discuss ways to fuck women over. We don't. I promise you we don't. I'm a biker. Bikers are pirates.
I'm not setting some of these conversations.
Right, but they're pirates. It's not necessarily how to fuck women over, but we do sit around and we talk about how to win women over, how to get a woman to do what you want them to do, yada yada yada, right? And it sounds fucked up because it's like step by step by step, and y'all don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just what it is. The game is being played. You are going to, if you don't play
exactly, it's a game.
If you don't choose to play, you choose to lose.
So it's levels.
No, it's a game. If you don't,
games have levels, just like Fortnite.
Yeah. Okay,
it has levels.
Here are the game levels right here. High school, 20s, 30s, 40s. Those are the game levels. You know, the game levels are talking, dating, relationship, marriage. Those are the levels, right? Now here's the thing.
Talking.
Yep.
Situationships. Sometimes the relationships don't even come.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing, though. If a woman is caught in a situationship, that's her fault. Here's why. You could leave at any time. Oh, she put her link, though.
Okay.
You can leave at any time.
Mm-hmm.
If you find yourself in a situation that you don't like, you can leave at any time. So, one reason I was single for a long time is because I didn't have the muscle to leave a situation that wasn't serving me. So I made sure that I just didn't get into one. Right?
Right.
So, you can leave at any time. And then, again, I tell women all the time, if you have a male friend who you can call because you had a rough day, and he's going to ask you what happened, he's going to encourage you, he's going to give you some steps, and then when you start crying, he's going to show up and he's going to try not to fuck you, that's your husband. That's your man right there. Now, the reason why he's not your husband or not your man is because you don't want to fuck him. You got to get past that. But if like, because believe it or not, like, again, like I said before, fuck boys, boyfriends, husbands, those are whole different levels. Husbands are generally kind of boring. They are. Because to be a husband and to be in a relationship, we were talking about bro earlier,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, he loves the beginning part. Those boyfriends.
Yes.
Husbands know about the grind. They're okay with the grind. They know that shit's going to get boring. They know. Those are husbands. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a dude, he may not be the most exciting man in the world, but he's in your corner, and he's trying to get you to the next step, and he's encouraging you, and he's talking. Why the fuck would you not?
That is so. I agree.
Like,
that's one thing I don't disagree with you on.
You agree with a lot. You just don't want to. But like, why would you not try to get with that dude?
Right.
Because think about it. When you go goals and you know what I'm saying, like.
But women also, just like men, has a time periods in they say. Some women has been through a ring of bad relationships, yep, and have that time period of healing.
Mm-hmm.
And they going through.
Let's talk about
But then, when they ready to settle down, oh, she slept with such and such, she messed with such and such, she messed with such and such. They not worthy.
No, men will pull a hoe fax.
They not worthy.
We're going to pull a hoe fax. Now.
But it's okay for us to accept y'all hit list, but it's not okay for y'all to accept ours. Okay,
y'all gonna love this part. You're gonna love this part. Okay, men absolutely pull a hoe fax, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we don't all call it a hoe fax, but if you come up on a chick that you actually like, you throw her picture up in the chat and you ask who smashed. In 2 or 3 chats, who smashed.
Why would you ask a woman that? Stop asking women that.
No. You throw that in the men's chat because women will lie, and what you don't want.
Don't ask a woman who she slept with.
No. I didn't say that. We're not asking a woman. A real man, you don't ask her. You don't ask her who she slept with. No, that's not true. You say, have you smashed any of the homies? That matters.
That do matter.
And then you go, but I don't care about numbers, all other goofy shit. But have you smashed one of the homies? But then we're gonna pull a hoe fax. What a hoe fax is, every man who has a group of friends, you generally have 2 or 3 chats going on with a bunch of guys that are your friends. You will throw her picture and her name in the chat. Anybody tag this, right? Because what you don't want is to show up in a bar, you know what I'm saying, with the, oh, this my boo right here, you know what I'm saying? You show up in the bar and you find out 3 of your guys in the bar done took her down. Maybe at the same time, because she was healing. Right? Because she was healing. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that fucking matters. And okay, so let's talk about why. Because what you just basically said is, how come a dude who smashes a bunch of chicks is a pimp, and the chick who smashes a bunch of dudes
Which
is a slut?
Our next question.
Yes.
Do a woman actually have they shot Wait a minute. Wait. Why do men hold a woman to a higher standard?
It's not a higher standard.
More than
it's not a higher standard. It's a different standard.
Why is
I'm going to explain it.
Why is it the difference?
Because, okay, let's talk about bro.
Right. Okay.
He got his money together.
Definitely.
He's a women like how he looks.
Definitely.
He worked.
I don't know why, but okay.
He worked real hard to get to look like that. Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. He's comfortable around women.
Right.
So in a lot of ways, he's exceptional. Let's be honest. When you compare him, especially where he works, in a lot of ways, he's exceptional.
If he wasn't ugly, yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
he's an ideal man. No kids.
Yes, no kids. In his 30s, got his shit together,
got
doing boss shit.
Yeah.
Right. So
own businesses and everything.
The thing.
Right.
For a man to be a pimp, for a man to be a stud, for a man to sleep with a lot of women, it's actually a decent amount of work. You have to have your shit together. You generally have to be somewhat attractive. You generally have to have a decent job, a certain comfort around women that you have to work towards,
and
right?
women flock to him, all type of women.
Okay, so it's hard work to be a stud as a guy. That's what we just established that.
Mm-hmm.
Any woman can be a slut. Fat, ugly, weird looking, funny smelling. All she gotta do is be the last chick at the bar. It's easy to be a slut. It's hard to be a stud. That's why there's a double standard.
It's easy to be a slut, hard to be a
stud. Think about it. I'm 5'7", chubby and bald-headed. And we said earlier, do women walk in the bar and say, I am going to smash the most, girl, he 5'7" with no hair. Oh, I can't. No, but when I'm in a bar and I'm talking to women, things change. The reason that things would change is because of who I am and because of how I speak. And because of certain confidence that I carry based on what I've done. Right?
Right.
What does she do?
Sit there and be pretty.
What work did she put in? Most likely, if she's pretty, she was born that way. Or she went to YouTube University. She learned how to wipe her fucking face off, put a new one on, and she gonna leave it on the pillow.
All women don't do that, but okay. Just let y'all know I wake up the way you see
Right
me. I wake up. This you gonna see in the morning.
Right.
My wig gets taken down, okay?
It's not that we hold women to a higher standard. It's just we hold women to a different standard. And believe it or not, men love sluts.
Definitely.
Love sluts.
Definitely.
We don't want to keep them, but we love them. So like, and here go my thing.
And that's the problem I have. And I feel like...
Here's my thing.
Okay, finish yours, because I'm going to tell you how I feel about that situation.
Women have always got it in from the time history started. What's happened in the last, I don't know how many years, is they lost their sense of discretion. Okay? Women will smash all the homies and then try to get with this one. They will...
We said sluts are easy.
Yes, men love sluts. Women hate sluts. The reason that women hate sluts is because it devalues...
The mindset makes them hoes. Yeah.
The reason that women hate sluts is because it lowers the value of pussy. If it's easy to get right there, I'm not going to be able to make you jump through all the hoops I want you to get through to get it.
Which goes back to the monogamy part.
Well, the thing is, I had a buddy.
You can't stay monogamous when you got pussy thrown at you 24/7.
So
how do a man stay?
So I had a buddy who was married to a woman who she was fairly unfortunate. Look, right? Mm-hmm. Sweetest thing ever. Okay? You go over to watch the game, she's coming in with chicken wings and pizza and sodas and beers and that type of thing, and then she'll bounce. We'll be out kicking it, and she's sending him text messages, dirty pictures, that type of thing. Wait till you get home, look what I'm going to do, yada, 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 yada. We would end the bar and then be like, okay, we're on our way to the next spot. He's like, bro, I'm going home. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a lot of shit. Like I said before, you got to do more than what you did to get them to keep them. And it's a lot of women, like when you talk about that extra shit, they go, ugh. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's why you're single. or that's why you couldn't keep them, or that's why she got them. You know, especially like the whole being peaceful, the whole like that, like all that shit matters, and
it do matter.
And a lot of women have decided they don't have to do that.
It
stuff
do matter, and
because
I said that in my beginning post. I don't know if you started seeing it, but I said that, ladies. When you get your man, when he come home and he trying to get that little quick, give it to him.
Because it's like, you got to think about it. Like, a lot of women, they've been through a whole lot of shit because they did a whole lot for a dude sleeping on the air mattress.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, you did that for that man sleeping on the air mattress, and he just used you to get to the next step.
Exactly.
You know,
that's how you feel.
And now you hurt. You know what I'm saying? So then you come across a credible guy who has a house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're sitting there like, damn, you know, he's going to do me the same way as like homie in the air mattress. And so you handle him the same way. You're not sucking dick. You're not making burritos. You know what I'm saying?
You be scared. And I'm going to be honest.
Like, why am I going to put out this much effort and it's going to happen again?
I'm going to be honest. And I'm not going by anybody else. Like I say from my life experience. You be scared.
Oh, no.
Because you put, as a woman, you put your heart and your soul into somebody you thought that loved you as much as you loved them.
Yep.
And they didn't.
Yeah.
So do you want to get back into that?
Right. So you're talking to a dude who got divorced, who was with a woman for 15 years, and she was like, this ain't what I signed up for. I'm out of here.
Right.
So, like, I understand. But at the same time, like, you're going through all this fear. And you have all these changes, you know, and I know you eventually do want a man, right? So right now you're in your period of healing, okay? Hopefully there's no videos, you know, the healing.
Definitely not.
I'm messing with you.
Definitely not.
No, so you're going through your period of healing, you know what I'm saying? You can shorten that exponentially if you do the right things, okay? So if you go to a therapist, an actual good therapist, and you tell her what's really going on, and then you tell her your goals, and you give her a time period, she can get you there. You do that work, she can get you there. You can shorten that period up exponentially. But what happens, a lot of women, they try to use the next guy to heal them. You know, or...
That's why I say you need that space. Nobody can make you happy but you. Yeah,
but if you're just sitting there, and all you're doing is wallowing in it, and sit... I know a young lady, I called her my sister. It killed her. Literally, she's not here anymore because her heart was broken and she did not go through the steps she needed to do to fix it.
Right.
Her heart was broken, and so many women are going through that, and you know, they might be making it simply because they got kids. They may still be here simply because they got kids, but like they broken people. And then you come across a dude, like I said before, like he walk in the room, you eating a 10-cent ramen pack, you know, and then you like, fix this. You know, like one thing I say all the time, a lot of women not looking for a man, they looking for help.
Right.
Okay? And
but some of us are not looking for help.
No, I said a lot. We're speaking in
general.
So a lot of women are looking for help.
But what about us that are not looking for help? What about us, that one piece to complete the total package?
That's fine. And if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for if you, as a woman, if you're looking to be a passenger.
Because to me, I was told that my glory years are behind me. Everybody already married. A good nigga already married or already taken. So you spend most of your time with a nothing ass nigga. Now you out here looking for one and you're not going to find what you're looking for.
Okay, I'll give you a tip. You in your 30s?
I'm 40.
40s, okay. Date men between 50 and 55.
For me.
Yep. Date older men. You will be that hot young thing. You know what I'm saying? He will be happy and proud to have you on his arm. Odds are he'll have his shit together. You know what I'm saying? Cause you gotta think about it, like women generally date older anyway. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you're in your 40s and you want to date a guy who's in his 40s, if that man has his shit together and if he's healthy and if he's strong and if he's viable, we'll say, right? Mm-hmm. Then the range of women that he has to date we'll say he's 40. Mm-hmm. He can date a woman from 50 down to 21. Right. He has that range. You know what I'm saying? So what you want to do, honestly, if you're 40, look for guys in their 50s. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of dudes in their 50s. They have their shit together. They will love a young, hot, cute thing on their arm. You know, go for that. Why keep, like, for one of my homegirls, she was, well, I'll tell two stories. And I used to go out with my cousins. And now my cousins, if you were to see them, they look nothing like me. With nothing alike. These dudes are all 6 foot something. And they pretty. They're in ridiculously good shape. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we go out, and they would look for the baddest chick in the bar and then go after her.
Cuffy, you did not help me. Like you said, looks matter.
Right. So we'll go to a bar or club, and they look for the baddest chick in the bar, and they go at her. Mm-hmm. That's what they going for. They going at her, right? Me, I would go in, and I'll pay attention to who paying attention to me. Who's looking at me? You know, and I pick the cutest ones, I go talk to them. So we'll be leaving, and I'll be like, oh, I'm going to ride to the next spot with her, or slow down, she's following us. People like, how you do that? She was paying attention to me. You know, I say that to say, like, you know, you got to check for who's checking for you. You know, as much as you have your standards and what you want and what you want to look for and that type of thing, there's somebody, you're their standard. You're their standard. One of my best friends is a BBW Instagram model.
That's the thing.
She catches options out this world, but because she's their ideal woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, you know, you 40, you are a hot young thing to a 52-year-old.
My uncle told me that.
Your uncle's right.
My uncle said that.
He's right. Now, if you're 40 and you're looking for there's some 40-year-old women, even though they like fucking gorgeous, they're trying to be in relationships with 25-year-old men. Why?
Nah, that's
why.
True.
One of my homegirls.
They still babies. They trying to find themselves.
But and they don't
want.
And to you, you're a MILF. You're somebody that they might fuck, but they don't necessarily want to be with. You know, so
somebody they looking to take care of them.
Facts. So like the second story is one of my homegirls, you know, loved this dude. She was just all into this dude, and she messed with him when she could, yada yada yada. And he kept getting girlfriends, but not her. And we was talking about it. And I said, well, you do realize that every chick that he's wifed has had a fat transfer, right? You know, so
that's what he liked.
Yeah. So you either get a fat transfer or find you somebody who likes who you are.
Exactly.
It's not that hard, but we have these ideals, we have these thoughts, it should go this way. And because all I'm saying is, the game is always changing. Like, you remember I was talking about the stages? Mm-hmm. And you have to adjust.
Adjust to the stages. It's levels, like I said.
Yeah, if you want to win, you got to realize, A, that you're in the game. Because if you bow out the game, you're losing. You know what I'm saying?
You just got to play it. And you got to play it till you make it to the end. And win. One more question, and then we're going to end it. Okay? Why are men intimidated by independent women? Now, what I've heard is, and this came from bro, mouth himself, I want a woman that's independent who needs me.
Yep, I can explain that.
Okay. I'm confused on what do that mean?
Okay.
Because I'm the type, I'm not going to ask you for a goddamn thing.
Right. So, okay. When men hear independent woman, we think bitch. We think asshole. Because here's the thing. Men are not intimidated by women who make more money than them, who have higher positions than them, more education. We're not intimidated by any of that, especially black. Let's specifically talk black men. Because from the time that we were in the fields, women generally had a higher position than we did. When we came out of the fields, our women, they were teachers, they were nurses, we were garbage men, we were mailmen. Mm-hmm. It's black people, from the time we were in Africa, men and women have been partners, right? Mm-hmm. So what I'm, cut for food. So
Cuffy was ready for this.
Right. So what I'm saying, like
Cuffy.
What's happened lately, what's happened for my whole life, is we hear women say, I don't need a man for shit. You know, what do I need a man for? I don't need a man for nothing. You know, and here go my thing. Fine, then you don't get me, right? So imagine me being who I am. I have a pretty good job. Mm-hmm. You know, I have a house. I take care of myself. You know, that type of thing, right? And when I was dating, and I was dating these women, I dated a bunch of nurses, you know, a couple executives, a nurse practitioner, you know, stuff like that, right? Women who made a lot of money. And what I found was a lot of women were assholes. Like they weren't really women. They were men that had pussies.
Not act like, just stop acting like me.
Yeah.
But my thing is, where I get confused, and I'm be honest, where I get confused, and I watch this with my guy friends.
So let me.
A female that asks them for something is a begging bitch.
Yep. It depends on when you ask.
But a female that don't ask them for anything, it's not offered to us.
Right.
Because y'all feel we have it.
Yeah.
Instead of, I don't want to ask you for nothing because I don't want to consider myself a begging bitch.
Right.
But if I'm messing with you, I shouldn't have to ask for anything.
That's bullshit. Okay, look.
Tell me why.
You're a begging bitch before you become my woman. If we're simply dating.
So I'm supposed to be okay with being a begging bitch.
No, listen. If we're simply dating, you're not my woman. I'm not posting you online. I didn't take you to my mama and say, this is my woman. And you asking for shit, you're a begging bitch. Because you're supposed to be, like how bro said, I want an independent woman who needs me. Okay? So basically what he's saying is, she don't necessarily need my money, but she needs a man. There's a difference with that, and somehow everything got confused with men and women's places and roles and shit like that. We keep looking at other races and how they do things and how they say they've done things, and we say that's how shit's supposed to be, and it's confused. Like I said before, black people from the time we were in Africa, we've been partners. Okay, so we were all out there doing the work and splitting things up, making shit happen.
But the thing is about back in the day is men take care of home and men work, women take care of home.
No, that's not the black experience.
That's the way I grew up.
Well, because your grandmother was lucky. Because your mother was lucky. If that's how you grew up, that was luck. That was not the standard. The standard for black folks has generally been people work and you take care of things. You know, because for example, I come from a family of mostly men.
Okay.
Okay. And our old relationships, when I would go to my Uncle Top house for Thanksgiving and stuff like that, men would be in the kitchen. Men take care of kids. Men do all of that shit right along with the women.
It's a difference. See, people grew up different than other people.
Right. But no, what I'm saying is, if you come from experience where your mother was able to stay home, especially as a black woman, especially in the South, that's a rarity. That's very rare. That's not the black experience in America. You know what I'm saying? Our experience in America is we were in the fields together. You know what I'm saying? Some women were able to be in the house, which was another horror show. You know, and then when you came out of that, we were in the factories together. You know what I'm saying? And that type of
there's
thing.
some women that the men took care of the home and the wife stayed at
some.
The men worked and the wife stayed at home.
Some, but that's more the white suburban experience in the 50s and 60s when the factories and everything were going good. They could move out to the suburbs. That was a short experience for black folks when they were able to come up and work in factories, you know, in Detroit and in Milwaukee and that type of thing.
And what I'm saying now is women are forced to be the upper now with a lot of men.
You got to think about it. Like, you're in a city in Milwaukee where between the ages of 55 and 45, 50% of the men are unemployed. Black men are unemployed. You know, all 40-something% have felonies. You know, and so everything is absolutely skewed. It's a different situation. Now,
I am not lit.
Now, whether or not that intimidates us is not your position, your money, your whatever that intimidates you. that intimidates a man. It's your attitude with what you've achieved and then what you do with that. Okay? Because men, like I said, we care about a credit score and not how much you make. Because the credit score talks about how you handle your money. How much you make is just what you make. You know, you feel me? And so many women are such bitches when they get that. And it's funny, think about this. Think about how many women, your homegirls, you know, I got my shit together. I got a degree, right? I got a house. I got a job. I got a career. I got a car. Yada, yada, yada. I don't need a nigga for shit, right? And so, what man wants that?
But when you
especially
put out,
with that attitude,
I understand what you're saying. But when a man put out, I don't want a bitch asking me for shit. You ask me get your nails done. You ask me do this, this, and this.
Because what?
So it makes us feel like, okay, I don't need you for shit.
No,
I can get it done myself.
Yes.
I was just gonna see if you was gonna do it.
So what that is, and it's terrible game for women to ask for shit in the beginning. Stop doing that because you sound like a begging bitch and he won't want to keep you. Let me explain it. Neo got the song Miss Independent.
That's my shit.
Yes. But have you listened to the fucking lyrics?
Yes.
A woman who wants me but don't need me. So if you look at bro's position, you know, look at the car he drives. I believe he drives that car because
he want to. Not because he have to.
No, I think he drives the car because he don't want the fucking attention that comes with driving what he could go get.
But he gets the attention regardless.
Right, but he knows that the attention that he's getting is based on who he is and not what he has.
That is so true. Because bro drives the ragliest
and he gets
fucking car. He don't dress up. Literally, this nigga don't dress up like he wear a regular t-shirt and some fucking shorts and some flip-flops, Nike sandals and a ragliest car. But have more money than most of these niggas out here.
And that's not something that everybody necessarily knows. But what he has is the confidence of somebody who built shit. And that's what attracts women. And so what he doesn't want, he wants a woman that actually wants him but doesn't need him. So
that's another thing I learned by hanging with y'all.
Ladies, if you meet a man who has his shit together.
This is facts. I learned this by hanging with them.
You're asking him for shit in the beginning.
A lot of flashy niggas don't have it.
Let's not talk about the fake jewelry, the fake chains, Look, come on. And you're asking for shit in the beginning. What a man is gonna think is she don't want a man, she wants help. Because you should have been handling that shit before I got here. How were you handling that shit before I showed up? Mm-hmm. That's what he's thinking. That's what he's thinking. So you remember I said before.
These hoes need.
If you're asking for stuff before you his chick, then you're gonna lose. You're never gonna be his chick. It's not gonna happen. You know. Now, if you're his woman and he sees that you doing your thing and y'all talking about stuff and y'all moving in a certain direction, like y'all got such short-term fucking game, short-term goals. I want to hustle this nigga out of getting my hair done or a fucking phone or my nails. Get your name on the checking account. Y'all gotta have longer-term goals. You know what I'm saying? But you're so impatient and you're so anxious to show off to your homegirls what you made this dude buy you that you missing out in the long run. Look, bro is single because chicks ain't got enough game to bag him. Because they looking at him based on what they can get instead of what they can add to his life. If you want a man, especially if you grown, you can't leave with your pussy anymore. You gotta figure, if you find the type of man you like or a guy you like, figure out where you can be an asset in his life, figure out where his life is going, picture it like a car. You're gonna be a passenger in his car. You're not gonna fucking drive. He wants you to be a passenger in his car. Figure out what you can do to make his life better. Do that shit. Think like a winner. If that means that if you like a guy, go after him. It may not work out.
Sometimes it don't.
That's okay. But you know what?
When you go after him, sometimes, because a man like a chase.
It's somebody else. And here goes the thing about game. women are supposed to set traps. Men are supposed to hunt. Mm-hmm. Your game as a woman is to set traps. You know, so the best advice I can give you.
When you chase a man, you chasing them away.
Yep. The best advice I can give you on getting a man is talk to some hoes. Talk to some women that's pure fucking hoes, that's getting money out of dudes. They got the best game out of anybody you'll meet.
I heard that.
Tailor it to yourself.
I heard that.
Make it long term.
They say prostitutes and hoes have the best game ever.
Best conversation I ever had in my life was with a pimp named Eric.
I heard that.
It was a pimp named Eric. We sat down at the bar, and I was fucked up. Like my wife left me. I didn't know why. I'm trying to figure shit out. And he ran down so much game in 30 fucking minutes. I felt like I should have just swiped my card. Like, here, bro. Bro gave me so much game in such a short amount of time. You know what I'm saying? But no, like, it's...
Tati, I'm going to get you to turn that water down a little bit, honey.
It's easier than what you think.
Right.
You know, but it's not complicated, but it's not easy.
Well, we went over our hour. And I enjoyed having you here.
It was a different conversation than you thought, right?
It was. It's a different conversation than what you give me on my posts.
Because your posts are bullshit. Pure, complete, full bullshit.
I have to have you here in person to see actually where you're coming from.
90%.
I understand most of what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, like, I'm not doing it from a position of just being an asshole. I'm trying to help. Like, I want to see y'all win. But you got to think about it. When you look at pure numbers, in the United States, there's 2 million more black women than men.
Yes.
Okay?
We do our number.
Right. There's 2 million. Okay. Then, if you take away the dudes that's locked up, it's a whole lot of dudes locked up. If you take away the guys that's married, a whole lot of married. You know what I'm saying? And then, then y'all start adding these weird fucking standards to it. And y'all literally cutting down the amount of men that you can meet to like 1-2%.
Right.
For example, if you want a man that's 6 foot tall, that's only 14% of the entire population.
Right.
14%. If you want him taller than 6 foot, say 6'3", 3% of the whole fucking population. Then what if you want him handsome? Then what if you want him rich? Then what if, you feel me? And what if you just want him to be nice? Like,
nice, respectful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you're
loyal.
You're chopping down the amount.
You can't have nice, respectful, and loyal.
No, I'm saying if you wanted to do the 6 foot, then the amount of people that you.
I'm not saying, but you gotta be at least.
And you.
You know, right. I don't want to look down on my black men. I'm sorry.
You're not looking down when you're laying down. That's all I'm saying.
But again, I do appreciate you coming. I do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart.
Anytime. Look, if y'all get more questions, I think your homegirl dropped out.
Yeah, they did. But everybody gonna rewatch it. Everybody gonna tune in right then and there, but they rewatch. I didn't know a lot of people watch my stuff until they come to me because they never come in here.
Oh, gotcha.
So they tell me like that should be off the chain.
They gonna hate me.
No, you actually spoke some real shit. I appreciate it. You're welcome anytime, especially when I go to the studio.
Yeah.
I have Martell there. Everybody.
Oh no, great.
Bottom.
So I'll say if y'all got more actual questions, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because I think about this shit and I talk about this shit all the time. So if y'all got actual questions, bring me back. We'll run through. We'll talk a lot of shit. We can go from there.
So next week we will be talking about men who be more in their feelings, men or women. I have another guest. His name is Darius.
Oh shit.
So he's gonna come and we're gonna talk about that because we did have me and him had a conversation about that.
About who in their feelings more?
Yes.
Oh, it's men.
He said that.
It's men.
So we're gonna talk about that. I do older men now because simple fact is y'all actually will tell the truth instead of being the ego type of not putting it out there. So again, he's like you, right? He's at the stage in his life where he's willing to tell the truth about it. Like
I'm gonna watch that one.
So next week, Darius will be coming. Who's more in their feelings, men or women?
When are you going into the studio?
I was supposed to be meeting with him Friday, so I don't know if I'm recording Friday or not, but it's coming soon. I will have another surprise for y'all in a couple weeks. And again, if nobody told y'all today, I love y'all. Okay, thanks for tuning in. We had a great show.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. It was perfect.
There you go.
And I appreciate you with the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Deuces!